Right, now that everybody's getting in, we'll go ahead and jump into our artillery spot here. Huge shout out to the DLB team for letting me cast in the artillery spot. Lets me go ahead and get those points up in that area. Actually, we're gonna move up real fast to the top side. Get some of those passive defensive points for being in a zone. While I won't be out there fragging like the rest of you guys, I try to do what I can for the point positions. Every little bit helps. All right, up in admin can we go? Pop this down here real fast. That way I don't spin around so much. With my ADHD and everything, I like to spin and move around pretty quick on things, so. All right, so as it currently stands, looks like we have a Stuart and a Greyhound coming out, going up towards the top. We've got the medium for the Allies, and it looks like we will be running no SPA, so we're running TPL rules. With Banana Cheese back there, starting again for us on the RD gun. On the German side, all loading up. Looks like people getting into trucks. We've got tank there, medium Panzer IV. We've got the Lux. So 2 tanks coming out, 3 tanks here for the Axis spawning in the Lux tank. And today's battle is going to be over Sainte-Marie-Eglise. So the city, everything is in play today with the point layout that we have. Artillery battery to the north, Rue de Gamboesville to the south. Most likely predetermined points for both sides. Go ahead and shut off the sound here. For the music, getting us into the PS5 sound here. And with that, we are off. Both teams making their way off of the braking line here for the wall. Initial supplies landing just behind SME for the Allies. Southside Rue de Gamboesville. Come down onto the second point here for SAS. One of my favorite things in this game is the initial crash. So let's go ahead and see if we can get some looks and see where these initial crashes and these initial contact points are going. Some rocket snipes coming in, narrowly missing the road where this DLB truck is currently going down. As the majority of guys get off, and another one coming very close. So SAS practicing those good old snipes here as we start to fan out. Italian camper on the far end of our screen there. Another rocket snipe also getting very close to Reacher. As we see the SAS truck come on in, dropping out flanco here. Reacher and other members of the DLB squad coming out and around. Player going up on over point. As Artie now enters the conversation, hitting squarely behind the point where those trucks are expected to go ahead and spawn in, or to crash in. Luckily, nobody there on the receiving end of that, but Ethan Flano bursts into the church here. Looks like I've got some name of occlusion here real fast. Let me go ahead and switch that on here, switch that up here so that we can go ahead and see all the names here. There we go. Danger Rush NL, Ice Temple Monkey, both names that we've called out before. Storming directly into the church. Flano and Ethan. Flano trying to hold the door over the body of his fallen teammate. As more and more pressure coming into the favor of SAS. Flano able to take out Gengar, but Reacher, who was watching that door, eliminates him. Medium tank for DLB pushing up behind the point here. Looking to get an angle down over that northern side, prevent anybody from coming across that. So large concentration of bodies to the north side here for SAS. Lots of bodies going. It seems like both teams kind of have set themselves up to try to push into those fourth points as quickly as possible and take ground. So this middle point battle is absolutely essential to be able to get advantage into this matchup. SAS still continuing to get bodies and cap progress in their favor. Church now fully in control of DLB, but that's not enough so far to stop the progress here for SAS as they continue to pass the 50% mark. And just like that, it has started to flip back in the favor of DLB here. So that medium dividing road here, or that medium tank on that dividing road between these two sectors, really going to be a huge factor in preventing a lot of people from SAS getting down here into the hard cap. If DLB can continue to hold the ground in the church, that's going to multiply their assets here into that strong cap advantage there, which might be pushing away the little slight advantage that SAS did have with so many bodies here on the northern side. Rocket hitting the fence post, the telephone post, unfortunately there. Going for the Lux. Being shielded, though, from the sight line of the DLB attackers there here with that smoke. You got slime on your clothes. I apologize. We do have one of our interns that have decided to make an appearance here real fast. Complaining the bedroom door is locked. And she cannot change her clothes from playing with some slime that she had given to her mother for her birthday. So that was for the momentary pause. We will have to help them here in a moment, but for now we're stuck here on the action. As this Lux still is staying alive, Private Ramp trying to get around, do what he can to go ahead and get some action onto that Lux. Calling it out for his buddies is Coog, Moody Man. Moody Man taking out Green. Moody Man going up over the top, unfortunately met with 3 DLB attackers. AC Head on a nice angle to go ahead and hold that top high ground advantage on Ramp and Coog. Henry 50% of the way capped. DLB moving the arrow their direction just a little bit more. Got good front lines going for both sides. SAS, though, very well spread out. DLB concentrating themselves very squarely on the point here as this Lux tank does have a little bit of trouble behind him. This Stewart does not know he is there, though. Unfortunately, Stewart looking the wrong direction. Has the backside of that Lux all to himself if he can go ahead and get him. But as it is right now, that is a 2-man Stewart tank, not a 3-man, so the spotters are not going to be able to notice where that Lux is. The Lux we have not heard sound off for quite some time here. Now finally nearing the closing seconds of this cap here, Private Ramp and Coog now have been able to clear up to the backside. I am Noonie coming on up. We'll get the scoreboard updated here in just a moment. Let's see if Noonie's going to be able to take out this Lux tank. Flavors, though, could turn the corner and see him in the door. Flavors sees him. Rocket gets out, but Noonie unfortunately goes down. Not enough to kill the Lux, although we can see the sparks flying from the front side, meaning he was hit. All right, with that, we are now 3-2 with a quick pressure going down based off of that recon tank all the way on the south side. That little Greyhound already causing some problems down on Rue. How much will the SAS side go ahead and try to panic? Maybe get some force bodies back here real fast. As our squad is the only one here at the moment for the defenders, but for in the way of defenses go, I'm just gonna back up my screen here so I can go ahead and get this drawing tool out. SAS did very well at getting OPs back up after that flip, and so. Looks like we've got D squad here, E squad, all slowly moving around, getting some OPs, able to go ahead and continue to hold that line, which is allowing them, we can see that flicker already happen here. But the defensive side has been able to go ahead and get themselves back up into the point, and therefore negated any of the cap progress that DLB has been able to put onto it. But as it stands currently, looking pretty good as a bombing run starts to come in through for DLB and Commander Mount Corleone. As it stands, 3 SAS guys potentially in the area of where that bombing run's going to come through. Hitting 1 and 2 of them. Flavor's able to go ahead and dodge those. Lano, Ethan running right into the direct path of that bombing run, scurrying away. Will he be able to get away in time? He does. So 2 kills off of that bombing run here for Mount Corleone. Lano already perched up. Oh, he survived the bombing run, but decided to redeploy anyway. Didn't want to give the commander the satisfaction of getting that kill on him. But DLB already starting to use that advantage of where they've been able to claim that southern portion of the cap sector here, and are slowly pushing bodies through here into this sector. End squad already getting ready to put up a garrison here. So DLB getting very well on top of that advance here, forcing a lot of people from SAS back. And we are just about 2 minutes past the point of the first heavy tank being able to be brought out onto the field. As of right now, both sides not having one quite yet, as it looks like munitions for, or fuel for the Allies is currently sitting at 290. Keep in mind, you need to have 600 to be able to spawn in that 76. 75 can come in for a little bit cheaper, and with the buffs that it was given, is definitely a valuable asset, but it's not going to be as strong. So you want to hold out a little bit longer to keep that 76 out and get that out on the field to one of your tank crews as soon as possible here. But more supplies landing here for the Allies, as Lucky finds himself all alone. Will he be able to get Lucky, as we only see little red cherries out in front of him? Lucky taking out Woody. Lucky moving around here. Bane on the backside, looking to prove to be the bane of his existence. Bane slowly making a way up, moves into the house. Lucky, though, firing it off. Doesn't hit anything there. He heard Bane most likely moving. Chippy Chips. Bane turned the other direction. Lucky with the rocket, taking out Chippy Chips. Bane still up as Lucky loads that third final rocket. Hearing Bane fire off shots. Will he be able to get Bane? Oh, he misses Bane, unfortunately. Bane there getting the supplies. Will he get it in time? Lucky pops him just in time. Lucky definitely getting lucky, and he is somehow managing to stay alive here as we have some good, excellent play. Lucky able to hold himself into the corner, eliminating more and more of the SAS attackers. Heidi throwing grenades, not wanting to storm on in like the rest of his teammates. Lucky also resorting to grenades, but Heidi moving around the outside with the rocket ends Lucky's kill streak. So just as it started for Lucky, Heidi ends it with the boomstick, taking Lucky out here. As well as the Garrison. Garrison no longer in play there, with SAS's defensive line looking pretty good here as they try to shore that up. So good work on SAS to go ahead and get in, get that clearance, and as it stands, are currently getting some cap pressure here on SME. Commander Sobel, after losing Easy Company, decides that it looks like he may have moved into the German Wehrmacht. Maybe got poached for his paratrooper commanding skills. Now let's do paratrooper training skills, as he takes out Gengar. Sobel now owning the bottom road as Joker looks to take the high road and try to get back up into the top of that church tower. Go ahead and zoom on out here as we try to find more and more of the battle to cover here. Coog, I Am Noonie, Maximus. Both of them falling as SAS floods more and more bodies up into that northern portion of the point. Joker now the only man here in the hard cap sector. Gengar, who we saw him fall just momentarily, taking out Sobel. Frank, not Fanny, able to go in and help Joker and taking control back of the church sector. But we can hear this tank still floating around here on the backside. So it looks like, okay, there we go. There's our first 76. No wonder why it was at 200. They had spawned it in, we just couldn't see it. So General Booty, Oberst Van Dyke, and King Panther rolling on up to try to help their buddies in securing this middle cap zone, dodging the various artillery strikes that are going to come by. Not able to do too much unless it is a direct hit, and it and is getting very close to possibly being a direct hit. Appears to be in the area of dispersion here. As now double stack tanks for the DLB side. Definitely a force to be reckoned with here on the Allies mid-cap point here. We've got we got a Lux and a medium Panzer IV holding just off of the southern road here. Lux not going to be able to do too much. His big brother there, the P4, is going to be the one that's going to need to start putting some shells into those areas. As we hear a bombing run coming in through for SAS. Did not see if it got anybody right off the bat. It's going to go right over the top of that 76, offer a little bit of advantage to try to take it out as Rinker tries to run away. Unfortunately, not able to get away fast enough. King Panther hops on out, trying to repair some of those tracks here. As Oreo and crew back on the back side there, we can see their outlines for the tanks. That P4 not turned quite their direction, dealing with some, it looks like dealing with some DLB attackers here from the AT side. Maito reloading some rockets there, able to get the Lux. Good work on their side to be able to eliminate one of those two with the P4 already flaming. So we can see a flare going to eliminate a lot of those attackers for SAS. Unknown if the defensive side here for SAS has these tanks marked, but it at least is showing on the flare there and the recon plane. Oh boy, did we lose it? Okay, maybe that was just the original medium. We did lose the one medium tank. That one's gone. 76 still up. Nearing halfway capped here for the Axis. Perching himself like a bird on top of this railing here. Does have a little bit of left track on the ground, but nonetheless leaving himself very well exposed, but still in a great position to go ahead and back himself up in case he does start getting hit on some of those tracks. Able to get himself back behind that point, capture a little bit of a defensive cover there. But SAS now about 75% of the way capped here as this P4, even though it's an injured state, trying to move up and help claim more and more ground here for the SAS side. Rocket missing from Reacher, narrowly going over the back side. Reacher loading another one. Will he be able to get it into the side though? Reacher ready to fire, firing. Here we go, Reacher shot. Gets a good hit. Looks like right into the side of the turret. Turret is now going to be damaged as he is now slowly being able to move. Does Reacher have one more? No, he does not, as he is eliminated from the backside there as the point now goes in favor of SAS. So just like that, SAS going in to recap that. Right now, no outposts, 2 outposts to the top, L and F. Currently deployed. R and O have gone back up now. But DLB not killing their line. They're staying very well in discipline here, but they need to continue to get more and more OPs up as this massive red cherry horde looks to try to push its way up towards artillery battery. It looks to try to establish some type of garrison, I'd imagine, somewhere in that general area. They could also look to try to bisect like they're doing off this supply drop to make sure that they don't have anything in the church that could potentially be a problem. You can get a garrison up, I believe, in the church right there on that little marking. But if they're putting one up here in the south, they won't be able to get it. So yeah, let's go ahead and see how that garrison network goes and kind of develops here for SAS as they look to move bodies up into the point. 76 appears that it was satcheled, unfortunately blowing up into smithereens here. Not quite sure what guy got the satchel on that. Killed the closest person that could have potentially had one on there, as he is the MP40 engineer class. All right, so let's look. If you're Commander MT Corleone, I apologize. I just keep getting that. If you're the Dutch commander here, we're currently sitting 930 on the munitions, 867 on the manpower, 570 after just spawning in a medium tank. So still doing well on the fuel, plenty of manpower. we'd be looking to try to get, so one of the biggest things that you can kind of use is that manpower. Get a little bit of extra oomph behind things. As the manpower, a few different things are able to be spawned out of there. That's going to be your airheads. That's going to be your encouraged, which allows you to earn up to 30 extra points of supplies per minute. That will cost 400. An airhead will also cost 400. A reinforced for a point will cost 200 manpower. So normally when I'm playing Commander, I'm looking to try to keep my manpower somewhere around that 200 to 300 area. Manpower, the only resource that is impacted by the deaths of your friendly teammates, as your teammate is, as your friendlies are eliminated from the battle, they go ahead and deduct some manpower for those kills. So sometimes it can be a little frustrating as a commander as you guys are getting pushed back and ending up dying a lot to have that number bleed away. So you're trying to get airheads, you're trying to get reinforces, you're trying to get encourages on. Often can be disheartening as you work to try to get more and more points into there, but that encourage is oh so very important for commanders to just keep on building up all of the supplies that you possibly can. Now, with some of the changes they've made to the armor side of things, they have made it a little more difficult to spawn in heavy tanks more often. So that caused a little bit of a dynamic shift that allows you to go ahead and put more and more into the munition side of things or the manpower side if you end up getting too much on the fuel side. So really, the command side is a huge resource management side. And if you as a commander are not looking to try to manage those resources, you end a match with 1,500 manpower, you lost the option on a lot of different things to go ahead and try to get yourself some more munitions. Even if you're in a public lobby or something like that, it gets really difficult to have munitions. You're always wanting to put bombing runs. You're always wanting to do things as Darth Vader takes out Ethan, but it looks like Darth Vader was eliminated by the Tiger tank that moved on up. But yeah, don't forget about those convert tools, especially in those public matches where you're not needing as much fuel if you don't have tankers out there that are trying to get more and more heavy tanks out there. Make sure you're converting as much as possible to get you more and more manpower, get you more and more munitions, things that you guys can go ahead and use to your advantage. But as it currently stands, doing very well, having over 1,000 now on the manpower side. Manpower is drained, or not manpower, but munitions. Munitions is also drained through the use of RD. However, that recent change from T17 allowed it to be a commander use ability. So that has a cooldown versus just being able to go off and continue to reload at the cost of 5 or 3 munitions every time you put a shell in. So that was quite a change. I noticed in the competition side of things, the artillerymen often can run out of rounds if they're not careful. Before the commander has that ability back up to go ahead and resupply him. Darth Vader and Jaeger, both of you guys going down here. But David coming from the backside. Jaeger is able to get the shot before David was, but able to close on in Darth Vader. And that push, that massive little red cherry horde still powering its way through on the northern side. It looks like we do have a bombing run here for the Dutch that's going to be coming in. Let's see. It could be very, very juicy over this north side. Not going to knock out any of those OPs, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 possible little targets here as it's waiting to come down. Flano appears to possibly be the first one. No, Flano dodges it, luckily enough. Davo spawns in right after. Getting very lucky. I'm not very sure if anybody got killed in that. With so many little red targets right off the bat there, I thought for sure we'd be having more, but it looks like it was just a little bit off to the north, which I mean, good for the SAS side, bad for the Dutch side, unfortunately. But nonetheless, here we are. We did see the point flicker for just a second as 6 killer SM is taken out by a satchel. Go ahead and give these guys here on the southern side some love here, knowing what's going on up there in the north. So as we can see, lots of little blueberries here for DLB, still owning this bottom side, these gardens, very well. Major Tom coming around the corner, no doubt using the FG-42. Yep, able to pop a couple guys there, get one headshot. popping Popeye down. Shock Trooper, though, waiting for him after hearing his friendlies go down. He's able to go ahead and take out Major Tom. Reacher and Golf. Just a wall separating them. Doesn't sound like either of them know that the other is there at the moment. Reacher may have heard some of the steps. Golf jumping the fence. They might just be switching positions here momentarily. Reacher looks like he may have heard him again, possibly. As Golf moving into I am a Lord as he takes him out here. Commander Spears moving himself up into the front line to support his troops, get that front line perspective and angle on the action. Garrison network looking good. Both sides have plenty of them up to be able to spawn on. DLB up here in the north. Looks like we are missing one for, or not DLB, but SAS. We are missing one here in this general area. DLB doing very well to go ahead and make sure they can't get it up there. But all in all, not too bad here for the SAS side, as they own probably they've got a pretty good network that will give them any type of information that they need. As we hear another bombing run coming in here for SAS, moving out and trying to get some of that ground, it looks like, to try to get that garrison established. Barty Rhodes holding on up. Reacher and Shock Trooper still alive following that bombing run. Strafing run going up and down the road here for the Dutch. Commander Spears teleporting basically himself up into the top. He moved quick as he was just a little bit to that north side, but looking for the bird's eye advantage here. Looking to find himself that good old view here. Let's go and see if we can lock into his viewport here. Nope, he is going back down. Nope. Let's see. I'd be maybe a little closer to him. There we go, Commander Spears. Got us in there. Now, from his perspective, this is what everything looks like, even though we can't see his gun. You can see that, yeah, there's not a lot going on. He's trying to see where these guys might be moving around. And they're getting a sight on one in the distance, but everybody else not in the area. For our side here, we know there are plenty of people in the surrounding fields, but as it stands for him, we're gonna have to take the long way out, it looks like. Oh no! All right, getting us back in here real fast. Hi guys, just running through here. All right, here we are back outside. All right, this Tiger tank still able to stay up here to the north. Oh, no, we got our Lux. Where is our Tiger tank? Is it still floating around? No, it looks like Tiger tank has been eliminated, but we used to have a shot here on Alphas. Where did it come from? Where did it go? Mia Khalifa with a great rocket shot onto the front side of that Lux, taking out in two. So Mia Khalifa just sending shots down the road, getting a big blast on the other side. All right, now that we're hitting an hour left in this match, we know that our delay now is going to be going up. Make sure everything gets up and going there momentarily. All right, we are now live on that side. All right. Powerful movie, and Mia Khalifa deciding to fight a little bit and get a little bit of friendly fire as Perk is taken out. Not quite sure what's happening there. A little bit of eager, itchy trigger fingers there, I bet. Moody Man popping up that OP. Mia falling down as Moody Man continues to just go ahead and pull more and more bodies onto his kill counter there. Perhaps being a little moody today. Not quite sure if maybe he slept on the wrong side of the bed or something happened, but he's got some type of anger score here to settle his powerful movie. Barty Rhodes taking out powerful movie. Moody Man's gonna be able to survive this matchup here. Hopefully those continued counters on his side, hopefully that's enough to go ahead and spur him to join the little more happy side here. But DLB continuing to get pushed back on this front doorstep. Does have a couple OPs here that they're going to be spawning some guys off of. This Greyhound moving around, trying to do what he can to wipe as many OPs, other things as possible. Garrison. Jaeger moving on up. He sees the Garrison. Chesko, will he be able to save the Garrison? Gets a shot on Jaeger. Get a shot on him. Oh, no. No. King coming up, able to protect Jaeger as he was able to get that Garrison out. So big loss there for DLB. Gonna eliminate that front door Garrison to help them push up. K and N squad now. Gonna need to try to get back, try to do what they can to get that back up for him. All right, and DLB able to get a little bit of progress into the cap as Private Ramp and Perk both in the middle of the hard cap church, able to go ahead and fend off the defenders here from SAS. Lieutenant Bill Denodes, I have to say I love that name, Bill Denodes. Major Hardpecker trying to find his way up. This Private Ramp takes him out. Perk somehow went down, most likely from a shot outside of the church. But munitions, manpower now over 1,000, fuel over 1,000 for the DLB side, so plenty of resources to be able to work with. Pickle Rick falling to Ethan. Let's see, where are our tank engagements? We do have a Greyhound that's floating around back here. Continuing to move around. Buzzkill gets one into him. Artie Rhodes finishes him off, though. So good coordination here from the SAS side to eliminate that little Greyhound. That little pesky guy running around trying to do some damage in the backside. Got a medium Panzer IV. We got a Tiger tank up in the north there. As far as it goes for the Allies, they got plenty of resources, but I don't see a tank currently on the field for them. Did just spawn a 76 up to the very top, or middle, it looks like. Yeah, we went middle with that. So it looks like we have two separate tank crews looking to get into the fight. So let's see if they'll be able to use their advantage and roll up together versus kind of dividing and conquering. Tanks, when they roll together, often have the ability to be a little bit more powerful, so we'll see if they use that to their advantage. Pickle Rick falling again, unfortunately, as Flavors and King take out Tim. Captain Spears electing for the way around. Will he be able to get a backside look at it? Jaeger falling. Flavors, Noonie getting close enough to not wipe out that OP, but Noonie taken out by Ethan. Leaving Flavors alive to continue to go ahead and hold that sector. Look to see if maybe he'll be able to get that OP right back up. Nope, Pimple Rick back from the dead. Just like that, DLB able to get right back in. Still missing that garrison here on the front door. We do see an Airhead starting to come on in here. No bombing run to accompany it, and C-Squad Golf watching it come on down, wondering where that's going to land, looking around most likely for exactly where that little outline's going to be. Golf running the opposite way. Golf, it's over here, Golf. Golf, the hole's over here, buddy. Oh no. Leaving Spears now to be the person running back behind. But Spears doesn't know where it is either. War Daddy NL, who we saw having a very big rockets shot last time, ended up on the after action report with it. Back there defending it, Spears sees the Airhead. How many people will come off? Will it be enough to go ahead and eliminate? Oh, big spawn here. Oh, and Spears is very well outnumbered here. Lots of DLB players coming on in. All right, so big spawn here. Airhead still up here for DLB. Gonna be able to push in the backside as all of the defenders that have tried to move back and protect and take out that Airhead appeared to be taken out. So lots of DLB guys slowly making their way back into the point here, trying to clear it out. So this, we gotta have gap progress starting here very soon. As now the line for SAS has been completely shattered. Powerful movie. Was he able to get up and get a satchel on this? Ice Temple Monkey. Ice Temple Monkey unable to do so. I do not see another satchel on there. So Sergeant Butter and Oreo appear to be safe for the time being. But they still have a lot of bad guys right behind them. And I'm sure the next man up with that satchel is going to be interested in planting it on there as quickly as they can. Recon plane going over for the Dutch side. Airhead still up, spawning in the backside. DLB still continuing to force their way into the area here. Tippy Chips able to take out Zeo. Tippy Chips, Ethan Hurt getting a great shot, taking out the medium Panzer IV here on the south side. Ethan eliminating one, but Axios is still there. Axios through the window, able to take him out. Airhead still spawning. 76 looks like they are just about to join the party as we start to see cap progress coming in now for the DLB crew. Cap being contested on both sides. Definitely not as much action on the eastern point there on West Artillery Battery, so we're going to keep it here for just the time being. DLB owning cap majority for the moment as we can see that little blue bar moving towards that middle sector. Ooh, this medium tank looks to be searching up, trying to get on the backside of this Tiger. Oh, Tiger moved. Or was Tiger eliminated? For goodness sakes, we turn our back for just a second. And there it is. That Airhead finally now wiped out. Some OPs falling as well on the backside, but the damage has been done. SAS has been pushed way back with DLB able to get a lot of ground on that front side, now owning the north and Churched. Lots of SAS defenders having to come off garrisons in the south. That's a good explanation, good reason why sometimes straddling the point with garrisons is a great way to keep yourselves in it. But unfortunately for them, hardcap entirely owned at this time by DLB. This 76 just causing lots of damage here on the troops as they try to get back into the middle. So as it sits right now, DLB looking very good at getting back up on this match. 3-2 here. That cap progress and point going to DLB. Going to go back up 3-2 for them. All right, and as far as it goes for SAS, 1, 2, 3 outposts, 4 outposts in the north. Been able to go back up. Our squad running right by a garrison here for the DLB side. Cap progress already coming in the form of Mia Khalifa. The solo man back at the moment as a giant spawn wave comes off a Rue. So that's going to leave this garrison down in the south open. No longer hot. Looks like we do have one DLB member that has come off of it. All right. Resource look again here, as I was trying to highlight for the course of this match. Munitions doing very, very well. Fuel doing well. Manpower a little low just due to that airhead combo that went in there a little bit ago. But as it stands, DLB looking very, very good when it comes to the resource side of things. Major focus for DLB is going to be eliminating this little red cherry section here. As you can see, all of the push here for DLB has eliminated every single SAS defender, and they have been completely pushed off. No garrison here to be able to allow them to get back up into the point. And so DLB proving to be very, very active and efficient with the airhead there. You don't see a lot of airheads these days in competition play that are that successful, so very well done on their part to be able to get in, secure that airhead. And unfortunately, Golf probably is going to be looking back on that one, wishing that he had been able to see exactly where that landed. If he had seen it, we probably would still be sitting at a 3-2 SAS lead, but nonetheless, we are here. 3-2 for DLB. Appreciate you guys joining us today. I'm Night Falcon. I'm casting this matchup here between DLB and SAS. Just a friendly matchup, not a league match or anything like that, as these teams try to keep their skills sharp, ready for their next tournament play. Appreciate everybody tuning into the stream as well. Any likes, any subscribes you can give the channel are always appreciated. Help us beat that algorithm and continue to support and get this Hell Let Loose community out there for more and more people to see. I love casting these matches for you guys. I'm only able to do 1 or 2 every weekend, so every little bit that I'm able to do, I appreciate being you guys out here and having you guys along for the ride. 76 still doing very well on maintaining their presence here on the front side, and that medium tank owning the north. So medium tank on the north road, and 76 there in the middle, doing very well to hold it up for themselves. I can see we do have a Lux that looks to be moving around in the backside here. As it stands, DLB doing very well here, still working to try to clear out some more of these OPs here in the south. Go ahead and tune in here and see what we're working with. E squad OP being the closest there. Our squad moving on up. Will they be able to get it? Spawn wave off of the OP with Powerful Moody being the closest. Barty Rhodes going to turn the corner and see Powerful as Moody and Barty both are able to get shots on him. Unsure exactly who took him out, but nonetheless, eliminating him from this competition. Moody, Axios jumping over the wall just in time. Perk, will he be able to get around the corner as Major Hardpecker able to pop off the spawn there? Perk peek at the corner nicely. Pecker looking the wrong direction. Perk able to take him out. And follow on Perk on up here. Will he be able to find that OP before the next spawn? He does. So Perk eliminating one of those OPs here on the backside. Leaving now only one available here with K-Squad. E-Squad officer is still here, so he might be able to get it back up. Jim Dog currently on the top. Now, something to note here on SME is on a lot of these 3-story buildings, you can actually get your OP up in the very top sector of it. So that one, he might be sitting there waiting to try to get it. The Flano falling to Frank, not Frankie. Very particular about how he wants his name given. He is Frank, not Frankie. Bezin moving on up. Mido. Legionario. Both in the area. Mido getting shots off, but Bezin ending that very quickly. With the help of his STG. Italian Camper showing his balance beam skills. Hoping to get into the next Olympic Games. Maybe on those balance beams right there. But both Legionario and the SAS attacker have been eliminated. Just like that, D-Squad, the only person up in that otherwise owned portion. So right now, SAS is in full pushback mode as they do not have anything up here. This is the major contact point right there. Looking to try to hold that and get up into that garrison as we see a bombing run start to come in. Will it be able to get that garrison? It looks like it's going right over the top of it. Buzzkill, Jesus Christ, Golf, Popo Max, all coming off of it and in the direct line of that bombing run. Will they be able to get out in time? Buzzkill unable to do so. Golf appears to have been able to get out of there. Taking out the garrison. That's going to kill that front door spawn. We still have this medium Sherman just about to come up against this Tiger tank just as it perks around the corner here. Sergeant Popeye not going into the medium. Medium having to panic. Medium needs to get out of the road. Will it be able to do so? As Helmet, Elam Tango, maybe that's how you say it, not unable to get that satchel up on there, but Jesus Christ, coming from the backside, making sure he's well supplied. Elam Tango eliminated. Just like that, Medium's getting out of dodge. No doubt, I would not want to be around if I was facing a Panzer IV and a Tiger tank as well. I'd want to be right on out of there. A DLB doing very well to go ahead and shore up their lines. Garrison on western approach has gone up, but his far west side. So right now, DLB in strong control of that frontline sector. Like we have a bombing run coming in now for the SAS side, going right over the top of that garrison as well. So both of these front door contact point garrisons have been eliminated. Who's going to be the one that gets them back up first? As it stands, Islander is the only officer in the area as Italian Camper and Legionario hold off this southern checkpoint area. Neither side having supplies in the area. The Islander and Helmet looking to team up to accomplish just that, and they do. Islander are going to be able to get that garrison right back up, so garrison advantage on this contact point going to SAS. Lucky and Docks Italy looking to do the same. That is something that's so vital in competitive Hell Let Loose, is being able to get those garrisons right back up as soon as those bombing runs take. Good teams are able to get those up almost instantly or within a minute or two. You lose them, that's when you start having problems if you're not able to get them back up. So Docks Italy and crew looking to try to salvage it, but it looks like at this time no supplies were currently available as Docks Italy just tries to hide in the corner, making sure that he can get back up into the spawn and get that garrison back up for his boys. Elam Tango, though, going the other direction as Jesus Christ and Islander try to make their way across a giant open field. Lucky for them, no gun barrels currently pointed that way because they would be very juicy targets. Zio now coming in with the box. Docks Italy accomplishing his goal of being able to get back up into that matchup, get that garrison back up here. Alright, so as it currently stands, medium tank to the north. 76. Do we still have one of you guys, or have you been taken out? Nope. We got two mediums on the field. One Tiger tank on the bottom. And this medium Sherman up here taking a run, just trying to stay alive. Nobody in the area, though, with rockets, so that's how he was able to get through there pretty unscathed. But continuing to go ahead and cause some problems back here. Taking out Sobel. Let this be a lesson to all you attacker and defenders out there. Even though the STG is very, very exciting to use as a German force, that tank was able to go ahead and move around pretty uncontested in the back line there. Having those rockets is very, very beneficial. As the P4 and the medium Sherman look to be going off. P4 giving some assistance from the backside, taking him out. Another rocket. Good rocket from the backside, so rockets coming in. And this medium Sherman now being bombarded by the Panzer Shrek attacks. Only one hit away from going up into smoke as it just falls short, goes into the tracks, goes over the top. Man, this medium. Oh, able to dodge the kills for just some time, but unfortunately its time did come as the rocket barrage, just as I was saying how important those were. SAS responds in good fashion, sending a barrage of rockets onto that medium and getting it taken out. That, my friends, is how you do it. They didn't rev it on. Holding up along this power hedge that I like to kind of look at it. Very much a power hedge for the Axis side. Often, if this point was checkpoint, you often see it littered with barricades or Belgian gates, trying to give people a little bit of an advantage to shoot up over the top. That Tiger tank looks to be moving on up to try to engage that medium Sherman. Doesn't quite see it yet, but we can see that medium Sherman definitely flaming. If it can get one hit on that Sherman's as good as gone. But we still have plenty of fuel here for the Allies, so if they do lose it, they'll be able to get something back in, but it will take a few minutes to go ahead and get that driven back up. Looks like we do have supplies going. Okay, I thought at the first it was an Airhead based off of what we were seeing, but as of right now, just supplies. So we're going to keep it here for just another couple seconds as these tanks appear to be on a collision course, making himself known with the help of his machine gun turret, though, pointed right at it. Gets one hit. That medium tank's got to get out of dodge. Hitting the hedge, oh no, and he is back to the hedge. That medium Sherman has nowhere to go, and just like that, taken out by the Tiger tank as it's able to go ahead and sneak its way on up into the sector. Now, it looks like we are starting to get some cap progress here for SAS, even though it's being pushed back for the time being here in favor of DLB. SAS getting a large concentration of forces here back. Looks like L Squad might have been able to get back behind with his LP. And from that has created a mini Airhead, so to say. Be interesting to see if they are using the clown car method, as there are 7 red cherries, only 1 OP. One very well could have ran up with him. But here we go, Airhead falling into SME. Ethan ready to receive, going right up through the top. Let that be known to you guys that the Airhead is possible there. And it falls right there. I have to say, that's some pretty good camouflage right there. If I had not known what I was looking for, let's see if Frankie's able to see it. Frankie, are you able to see it? Frankie, do you see it? You know, I think the camouflage fooled Frank there. Yes, Frank, not Frankie. So I apologize there, Frank. Camouflage, I think that Airhead ended up being very, very protected because it nestled itself right up into that box. And just like that, big spawn wave off in the middle of hard cap for SAS. This is going to be huge because now they are defensive inside that area and going to be able to continue to get bodies up there. What DLB needs right now is a satchel on the side of that church, but nobody in the area to be able to provide it. Frank, not Frankie. Does he have the Grand or does he have the Thompson? Or not the... yeah, no, it would have to be Thompson. He does not have the Thompson. Another big spawn, nearing 50% now. And oh, boys and girls, do we have some excitement going on right now. Everybody pulling back here quick for DLB. Man, that perfectly disguised Airhead right there. I have to say, very well done. Very much intended to put it inside the church, but it lined up perfectly. Couldn't have asked for a better shot than that. As SAS now dominates the hard cap sector here, and DLB pulling as many bodies back into the area as they possibly can. But the whole SAS team now spawned up there. You can see the officers doing very well to leave all their OPs back, just in case something were to happen. But it does not look like they're going to need to worry too much, because that point going to be flipping here in just a moment. as more and more DLB defenders trying to get into the point are taken out, and like that, SAS right back up, winning 3-2 over DLB here in this back and forth matchup that we have had today. All right, so just to kind of recap a little bit of what we're doing, I believe that is the 4th cap that we have had on this midpoint already in this matchup. First initial cap took a minute, but it ended up going in favor of DLB. And just with that and a little bit of offensive pressure, SAS was able to go ahead and get themselves back. But both of the caps since then have come the way of Airheads, with Airhead landing just in the back gardens, just over in this area right here for DLB, able to get a lot of bodies in and able to essentially bisect and cut off the defensive side of SAS. And then, of course, DLB or SAS, that Airhead launching right down into the top side of that church, perfectly placed. It allows them to go ahead and get that garrison up, and just like that, SAS now up 3-2 in this friendly matchup between DLB and SAS. So how aggressive will DLB be in trying to get this back up? Manpower is currently sitting at 471, so they got plenty to be able to do things with. Plenty of munitions, plenty of fuel, definitely not a time to panic if you're the commander. So just from my personal commander perspective, if you are looking at this as the DLB, as the now attacking for DLB, you're going to want to try to get your garrison back up, your garrison network back up. We only have one garrison. We have a half track here, though, that is spawning. You're gonna need bodies to keep dropping supplies, and ideally you'd get something up in this area, somewhere in the cemetery where that could be dropping. That very well could be helpful. It's something down here on this sector to allow you to push down and control some of these main roads and really prevent their push here into artillery battery. So right now you're kind of scrambling a little bit. You'd probably see me in a supply truck driving around trying to get as many things up as possible. People underestimate how just essential it is to always have supplies there in various areas. The commander, logistic crews, often you'll see them driving around in the backside with supply drops, trucks just dropping as many supplies in key areas as they possibly can. Ricker and Moody. Moody appears to still be adding to his total as he takes out Ricker there from the back. Hopefully he's cracking a little bit of a smile there, not allowing that moodiness to take him over. Barty Roads, though, only garrison currently up. Oh, never mind. So DLB has been able to get some more and more up. This would be a huge advantage if Barty can find out where this garrison is. See if we can use our commander ability here, or our caster ability, to find out. It looks like it is south side, so Barty right there. I am Noonie doing very well to hold up, make sure that he can see that. Barty waiting. Does he see the spawns? No, he doesn't, as Darth Invader turns around, pops him with the help of his Thompson.
Goed bezig, jongen. Ik was hem al aan het zoeken, maat.
Kutpot dit, man.
Dit is toch elke keer dat ik de vorige keer bij jou in de squad zat. Dit is veel maar erger.
Ik vind het echt kutpot dit.
Oh man, ik ging op het begin om 5 om 24.
He says, I don't know if he says he has a combat score of 524, but some good friendly banter between Darth, Noonie, and Joker as they look to push themselves back up into the point here. See if we can get more and more of these in build up close comms here. Well, we know they like to be in proxy, so let's see if we can keep it up in this area here. Try to find a cluster of blueberries here. All right, so everybody's pretty well spread out for the time being, but as we can see from up here, no DLB defenders watching this area at the time being. Okay, never mind. We do have one. I stand corrected. Sergeant Bronze, but E Squad was able to go ahead and get the back. Now has an OP left on the north side of artillery battery. That's going to be a dangerous area, and they could start flooding bodies in. We've got to be getting close here. Probably just a couple more minutes remaining until an Airhead might be available again for SAS. Noonie and Killa moving on up. Noonie taken out. Where did the shot come from? I missed that. Did not see anybody there, but maybe they have been headshotted by Ricker. Killa and Ricker both on opposite sides of the wall. Killa taken out. Bombing run going up right over the top here for SAS. Gonna take out that garrison, spawning people in cemetery. So now they are back to their one frontline garrison here. We do have a little bit of progress here going from a medium tank that is storming here into the point. Flano trying to do everything he can to try to stay up with it, but it looks like he's gonna be able to dodge. This medium cannot stop it this time. It's got to keep on moving. As Flano will not be denied this kill. Flano trying to do everything he can to stay up with it. Putting that cardio to good use. Oh, he stopped. Will he be able to get it? Flano. No, does not get it on in time. As Flano resumes his cardio here. Nevertheless, never give up on your dreams here. And obviously, Flano has a nice dream of killing a medium tank. Marty Rhodes, though, coming in with the rockets as well. Marty, will he be able to get a shot onto it? Another one just in the backside. Got a nice open backside there. Gets a little bit of damage, but it ricocheted. Not quite sure if it quite got hull damage. Might have just ended up being on the turret there. As that medium tank's going to be able to get away here. Cap progress coming in both sides now. DLB getting bodies into the hard cap. As that garrison here right in the middle of the church still up. With Ethan and Sobel both doing very well to make sure that that garrison goes ahead and stays on up. Shock Trooper, though, with the rockets, throwing him on into the point. No satchel yet. It's a very good rocket, goes up into the point there, taking out one from Ice Temple Monkey. We're going to keep an eye on that situation in the north as well. So we did see some cap progress going on artillery battery. Flavor taking out one. Noonie finding his way up to the upper floor. Was able to get away from Flavors right at this time, but Noonie holding position right up there at the top. As King's moving around, Noonie hears him, but King is able to get the shot, killing Noonie. It's like garrison in the middle of the church is now gone as Tim Ott, Private Ramp, Powerful Movie, all are in the area. Ice Temple Monkey as well. Tim is eliminated. Major Tom, move on up. Next station, the top. Time to climb all of those stairs. Now progress saved on SME, going over on artillery battery. Bonnie Blue moving on up. Will he be able to take out this one, this OP up here? Rolo and Dirty Leads still able to go ahead and hold it. Kill it as well. So it appears that most of the cap pressure right at this moment is coming from the help of this Lux that has made its way into the backside. Has been circling the point for just a moment. Finally, it's eliminated. Must have had a satchel on him. because the rocket did not come in from Frank until just after it was shattered and blown up. Zanus Fury and Frank both lining up, but Zanus able to go ahead and eliminate him. As we see the medium Sherman moving up to try to shore up that point just a little bit. Garrison now up in the north for Rollo and his crew. Bonnie Blue appears to be able to wipe the OP, but not the Garrison quite yet. Does he see it? He's staring right at it, so he must have seen it. Rollo now getting the OP back up, waiting for the help of his reinforcements that will be spawning in here within the matter of the next 15 seconds. Bonnie Blue, though, well within the 100 meters, so this Garrison is not going to spawn. Rollo, did he see him jump into it? Rollo not moving, does not look like he is aware Baby Blue or Bonnie Blue has come in. Hilla spawning off of it. And Bonnie Blue is going to be able to get that Garrison. Looks like they played the waiting game and decided not to engage and give up their position. So good heads up play from Rollo there to know that Bonnie Blue was in the area. Using the stealth to their advantage to try to get more bodies in off that OP and not opening up fire. So good work. I will shout that out. Hats off there to you, Rollo. Very well done. All right, let's turn our attention back here towards the middle point. With 22 minutes left. More and more DLB bodies flooding on in as Golf at the very top of that tower still is alive as Ice Temple Monkey moves on up. Ice Temple Monkey getting shots, able to go ahead and get Golf. Golf unable to get that. Unfortunately for him, Church now in full control of DLB. So right now, honestly, would be a very good opportunity to go ahead and add what I like to call a securing airhead. Right down the gullet of that church, just like SAS did it. DLB is able to do that. They just ticked over the 400 mark there. So an airhead right like that could definitely help secure it. Heidi looking to get on up, unable to get that satchel on. As quick play by the DLB tank driver to spin around, make it very difficult for him to go ahead and get that up. So Govik, hats off to you, mate. Good team play on everybody's on everybody's side to go ahead and try to keep that tank alive as Maximus now moving on up. Does have a satchel with the MP40 clash, no rockets yet. But Moody Man on the backside is going to have that satchel. Marty Rhodes throws one into the tank. Will he continue to be able to get more? Oh. Amanda Lord takes him out, saving the tank from another rocket shell. So good work, good teamwork there. Bez and Moody Man moving on up. Moody Man, will he get the satchel down? Satchel has been put down by Moody Man, so that Moody Man going to clear the church here very shortly. Doing what DLB was unable to do earlier when SAS was all over it. Satchel going off, Moody Man getting 2 kills off of it. No doubt getting an OP at least as well. Tiger Tank pulling off that northern side, so with 20 minutes left. Medium Tank now taking it as Maximus appears to have been able to eliminate him. Maximus did come in with the Panzerschreck, so good work on him to switch and know what was needed at that time of the fight. So if you're DLB, what are you kind of working with as you try to get back into this point? Garrison network's looking good. You do have some supplies up here. The G Squad most likely is trying to get a garrison, and just as we say it, they do. Get that garrison right up. Immediately is warm, though. Let's go ahead and look at that. Will Killa be able to take that out? Most likely has some rockets. As Killa runs the opposite way. Solano. Danger Rush NL going at it. Solano taking out Danger Rush. Leaving just him and the garrison. Will Solano be able to find it before it spawns in? Sounds like it is currently locked out with Solano. So close to it here at the moment. Looks like he hears it, able to go ahead and get around, and he will go ahead and take that out. So Solano able to get that garrison. Precision strike coming on in. Will it be able to hit? Oh, just missing to the south. Or it looks like the information on the tank is no longer accurate. Tiger tank did move out of the way. So unfortunately for them, unable to get that Tiger tank there from Mount Corleone Nanel. But cap progress abated for the moment. Medium tank play being very, very beneficial here for the Allies as they continue to roll bodies more and more back. Getting a shot into the backside. Great work. Able to eliminate that Tiger tank there. Medium crew very much dead set on getting in and taking him out, so well done. Just trying to get an evaluation of where the garrisons and everything is, where the action's going to be. So only a maximum of 2 possible airheads here for the DLB side. So they still have plenty of munitions, plenty of manpower, plenty of fuel, so they're setting themselves up. Got to really mount some type of push together here. As Artie landing right in the area of the DLB troops. Taking out Pickle Rick, the shock trooper from Maximus, with the help of his STG there. As we approach the final little bit of this matchup, appreciate you guys all tuning in. Again, my name is Night Falcon, host of this Falcon Studios broadcast, looking to try to bring you more and more fun of the Hell Let Loose competitive sphere. Shine able to take Sobel out. All of us sitting from our homes, enjoying our weekend warrior status. Many of us probably not able to play as often as we'd like, but I'm happy to be able to try to bring some of this fun and excitement to Hell Let Loose competitive, and to many of the people around the world that haven't had the chance to see a competitive matchup before. Keep in mind, we are playing on the console side today. Everything I cast is on the console side. Don't have a computer that currently can process it. But nonetheless, I've put all my hours and time into this. I hate to start from square one on the PC side, so here we are, going on the console side. But a console Hell Let Loose alive and well at the moment. Eagerly anticipating the addition of the Hell Let Loose Vietnam World Warfront sometime in this 2026. Gonna take a look at this 76 over here. Besson being right in the area. Will Besson be able to get up? Besson moving through the hedges, dodging the sightlines of this tank. It is a 3-man, so USS 262 would be able to see him. And moving on out of dodge, trying to get away from the danger that Besson has. And is presenting. Moody Man, though, next man up with the possible satchel, jumps the top of that wall, but must not be in the area to go ahead and try to get that on there. I was doing a very good skill play to jump right as he was going over to try to minimize detection from the 76. Gap pressure about even as we start to see the point flicker now. .76 going to be able to get out of danger here for the minute. We did see a medium tank. That medium tank that took out the Tiger earlier was able to take out a Lux on the backside as well. Didn't get to see it directly, but we saw it on the map. So well done, King Panther and crew. War Daddy NL, Mia Khalifa worked to try to just make their way into the back line. E4 looking to try to get rid of this medium tank, medium Sherman that's just causing problems here. Timing could be everything here as it makes a left. It's going to have a good sight line on it. Will he be able to get the shot? Turret lining up. Oh, turret doesn't see him yet. There's the shot, turret lining. Will he be able to get him? And we have a hot pursuit on our hands here. P4 coming in backside of that medium Sherman. dodging rockets from War Daddy NL. Cap progress tilted just a little bit in favor of the Allies. We're going to keep it here as we are on a high-speed chase between these two medium tanks. Another rocket coming in from Reacher. Sassiana, also a fellow caster. I should go ahead and check out her streams. Very fun, very entertaining to go ahead and watch as well. But a ricochet off the side as we see the projectile immediately shoot for the diagonal. Now artillery battery is getting some pressure, so we will go ahead and see what happens there as Reacher lights up the final shot. Oh, and a quick spin by Sassiana and crew, able to go ahead and dodge a little bit, but unfortunately puts them right into the front side of a tree. They are not injured yet, they're still alive. But this medium Sherman now eager to kill and end this Tiger tank, or this P4. Missing him though, P4 backing up into the backside, missing the tank shot. And right now, Mia Khalifa ends up as that medium Panzer IV is just backed up into the corner. Helmet though, getting one good shot. Helmet, will he be able to continue, or will the Blueberries be able to help save his friendly medium tank here? Mia Khalifa coming in big again, able to eliminate that threat. And here we go, Airhead dropping into artillery battery. Fortunately, lots of Blueberries for SAS. They're ready to receive. Does Gengar see it? Mount Corleone NL does not look like they see it. It's not called out at the moment, and it has landed. War Daddy NL, was that you? No, Mido with a huge rocket to take out the Airhead. Thought 2 weeks in a row, War Daddy NL may have been able to get back there and get an Airhead. But no, Mido taking that one out. So good work, Mido, from downtown to take out that Airhead. I'm going to be able to start putting up a good compilation video here of all these rocket snipes the DLB is able to get on these Airheads. Joey Leeuwarden owning the southern side. Bombing run coming in now. Not a lot in the area there for the Dutch side to take out. Might steal the kill of whoever took out Spears, as Spears currently is lying down, bleeding out. Supplies dropping, not enough yet for that manpower to throw down that Airhead again. So we got two garrisons sitting right in the front side there, able to file a few of those DLB guys into the attacking point. So we look to have a good setup here for the last 10 minutes. Moody Man and Axios right up close to each other, sharing the same barn, but Axios going for the garrison, takes it out. Moody Man able to take out Axios, but not before that garrison was eliminated. Good work on Axios' side to go ahead and get that taken care of. That now leaves, let's see, closest garrison's going to be in Foxtrot 4 and Echo 7 to go ahead and get bodies up into that point. Or DLB, or not DLB, SAS. SAS, plenty of bodies to be able to push in. UOPs here for SAS. Now all centered along the church sector itself. Great rocket from Nooney from the top there. Not doing much, but it snuck through a lot. But a big spawn here for DLB, putting a lot of pressure here on the front side. Flano taking out Ricker. Pickle Rick getting shots on King, but King able to use his agility to get up over the side there. Gonna try to bandage here real fast as he's found a safe little area here. Private ramp though. Will he be able to get around as that STG is going to be a force to be reckoned with? King getting the backside on ramp, takes out ramp. And Maximus sealing up the backside for King to be able to get back into some cover here. So that little push here, very well taken out here from the SAS defenders. Moving on up. Will he be able to take out this 76? Is USS looking around to spot him for the tank side? He placing the satchel. Satchel is up on the 76. They're moving. Most likely heard that they saw him coming out, or word had gotten to him that he had been satcheled, but it does not look like they are quite aware that the satchel is currently placed there on the outside of the hole. And as it sits, time is ticking away. And they do not appear. They know they are satcheled for the time being here. So unfortunately for them, they are going to be going up in smoke here. Going to be eliminating a hard... Oh, that's going to be a hard drop there for DLB, as it was owning a lot of ground to the south. Big work on SAS to go ahead and get up and take that out. The King coming in clutch with the satchel play. DLB forced to kind of drop into a blueberry mindset here. Unfortunately, they're getting lots of pockets of people, but not a solid front line push, as a precision strike's going to be coming down on the backside of this this half track. Will we be able to see it? And it misses just to the front. Unfortunately, would have come in at a bad angle with the German 1,000, I think it's a 1,000-pound bomb, just the one single one that's dropped from the Stuka. Would have probably hit the top of that roof as well. So for the time being, half track still alive, spawning people in here for DLB. So here we go. Here's our frontline wall push here. Flano and Captain Spears. Will Captain Spears be able to eliminate Flano? Flano able to be silent for the time being. Flano slowly dodging everybody. No doubt looking to try to figure out where things are spawning in from the backside here. Will he be able to discover the half track? And if he does, nope, turns around the other way. So Flano turning around, not able to see that. 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes now for DLB to go ahead and get themselves into the point, start get some cap progress. And we are nearing closer and closer to the possibility of getting that airhead. But Flano looks to have put up a satchel. That's why he didn't have it. But satchel going off, eliminating the one DLB attacker there. So just as I was saying, resources in a difficult spot right now for the DLB side on the manpower. Needing 400 to spawn an airhead. And it's going to take a little bit of time for that airhead to go ahead and come on in. Plenty of fuel, plenty of munitions. So making sure that you utilize those resource management skills as best as you can to make sure you've got as much available to you as possible. Skilla, 6 killer taken out by Flano before he's able to go ahead and get that satchel up. We do not see the little red ring as the Lux moving up on the northern side here. Manpower bleeding away as more and more of these DLB attackers are taken out. And just like that, we do start to see some contested points up there as G Squad, Major Hardpecker, and crew are pushing into battery. Okay, and here we have it. North side completely owned by DLB. Pushing their way here into the soft cap sector. Now, be advised, the hard cap does not reach into those gardens, so they're going to need to be getting up here into this area. If they can get a satchel up like they were trying to do earlier, that'll be huge to take those out. But as it stands right now, SAS still in very good control of the middle church there. Looks like 2 OPs able to spawn off in there. War Daddy and NL taking out an MG player. Coop getting in, wiping OPs. He got one of the 2. Is Coop going to be able to get the second one? It's going to be right there behind that pillar on the right side. Coop takes it out, so Coop able to get both of those. Now would be the great time to have it if you had that airhead available. Unfortunately, not enough manpower for the time being here for DLB. Coop still doing damage inside the church. Clearing out more and more guys as they try to get their way into the defensive area there. Got pressure now. 4 minutes left coming in for DLB. Great rocket hitting the front guard, though, as Maximus is able to go ahead and stay alive. Sobel trying to make his way down. Cap progress stalled now. Forward SAS. Moving backside in the defensive area. Back in favor of DLB. We are back and forth, almost cap weight being pretty equal at this time. So what DLB needs is to get some more bodies here, and that's some big spawn waves coming off the east side. Moody Man, Ethan, Flano not quite knowing what they have in front of them, as there are lots and lots of blueberries ready to go ahead and push on into the point. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. Cap going contested here as Ethan falls. But artillery battery also contested as well. Commander Spears looking to try to make his way up into the point here. Spears, will he be able to get the shot on Coog? Gets the shot on Coog, takes out Coog, finally ending his kill streak right now. Cap pressure now coming in on artillery battery. Major Tom finding his way into the hard cap. He is right on top of that Garrison. Will he be able to take it out? He does. Garrison no longer up on artillery battery. So you are all in if you are DLB with 35 seconds left to go ahead and try to get some type of cap pressure going here. Needing to get something going there. But unfortunately for them, cap progress already starting in here on the defensive side. Artillery battery picking away here as Hardpecker, Fury, and Tom are in the middle of hard cap here. Mount Corleone. NL unable to win that gunfight, leaving Major Tom all alone to continue to put cap progress up here. Will it end 3-2? Will it end 4-1? We have yet to decide that. With some cap progress possible still here on the front side. 3, 2, 1. Will they get a tick? No, they will not. So SAS gonna walk away with the victory. Will it be a 2-3 or a 3 or a 4-1? Let us find out here. Major Tom, Barty Rhodes, Exness. Spawn wave off of the south for the DLB troopers. Doing 45, almost 50% of the way capped here. So we got a 4v3 here. Gengar, Axios, Frank. Tom being the first man to make contact, able to take out Gengar. Still moving in favor. Frank, not Frankie. Major Tom playing clutch on the south side, taking out 2, Gengar and Frank. Bombing run coming on in. Where is it located? Okay, going to go front door right now. We're going to keep our attention here as Major Tom still continues to hold his pressure here. Barty Rhodes also helping out as well. Right now, looks like all signs point to SAS able to go ahead 4-1, take this here. Major Tom doing very well to be patient, letting the attackers come to him, knowing that he has the attacking defense, or he's got the advantage on the attacking side here. Rocket narrowly missing Major Tom as it explodes into the building behind him. Major Tom needing to bandage up. Looks like he was able to get unscathed from that second one, but Major Tom now able to go ahead and cap that. So we're going to go 4-1 now. Right in the closing seconds of this matchup here between DLB and SAS. SAS going up 4-1. And that is how we will end it, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you guys all turning out for this Falcon Studios broadcast. My name again is Night Falcon. Any likes, any subscribes you guys are able to go ahead and give to the stream, we very much appreciate it as we work to continue to build up our portfolio and help as many people get to know this game that we love as well. Don't have stats to go over today, but we're going to go ahead, give our man of the match here. Let's see. Plenty of good names. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Mido, though, with that great airhead shot onto that airhead that would have potentially sealed it for SAS even sooner. Able to give his team a little bit of life. Mount Corleone doing very well, managing those resources, doing everything they can to keep their team in the fight. Appreciate the invite from DLB to come out and cast this one for you guys again. SAS, always a pleasure to have you on here. And with that, we will see you guys next time on a Falcon Studios broadcast. And see you next time.